Vandals? It's your boy Facts and Wax, and you're looking at the Vandal Hour live on scene.
And this is INK76.
We making history.
This is INK76. It's the Vandal Hour on scene, and I'm here with the owners of Cotton Hustle, Jose Butter Rosario. Introduce yourself to the people.
My name's Alberto Vergara.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about Cotton Hustle right now.
So this is Cotton Hustle right here. I started this after my pops. He used to have a sewing shop here. So after he retired, we closed it down, renovated the whole space, opened that back up as a creative hub for artists. We do screen printing, showcase artists every month from February to October. We have our own line that we're working on. We try to tie everything back to the kicks. Everything's really Brooklyn inspired. We try to put some of our heritage inspiration. Jose being from Puerto Rico, me being from Mexico. So you'll see that in our stuff that we designed in here.
And we also keep it definitely Brooklyn. We represent our Brooklyn regardless of what part of the country we come from or the different parts of the world. We definitely bring back the roots. As you can see, Biggie is always, he's definitely a Brooklyn native, so we always represent Biggie hard, Brooklyn hard. We got a lot of Brooklyn stuff that we created. We have, different things with monuments, different writings that represent Brooklyn that people know that when you see it, it's like, yo, that's a Brooklyn thing. So we definitely try to keep it like that, and together we make magic. He's the creative artist. I'm the one with the mouth, the words, get people out there, put the word out, and together we make a pretty good team. So little by little, we're just building it up, man. Hopefully someday it'll be where it's gonna be.
Oh man, we made y'all actually start Cotton Hustle.
He started it because he's continued the legacy with his father. His father was in designing for many, many years. And after his father just gave up on it, he figured that's what he does for a living. He's a graphic designer. So he figured, you know what, I do it for a living. I'll make it close to someone else when I make my own clothes, And he was here for some time, and he didn't have much time to dedicate to it because of work and trying to keep the business. So I came in one day and I had my own design, my own ideas, and I'm like, you got the perfect shop. You got hot quality clothes, and we definitely can make something happen. I got tons of sneakers. I do sneakers all day and night. So it's like, yo, the sneakers, your clothes, it gives it a different approach, something new, something cool. I mean, a lot of people doing sneakers and clothes, but he's helping my sneakers sell, I help his shirt sell, and then together we just make it a family because now we collab together. Yo, let's do this. We come up with an idea, we sit down, we try to get a bunch of kids to give us ideas like what's hot. Obviously, he's in the industry, so he knows what's being put out there, what's the latest, what's already been done, you know what I mean? So that's kind of good because he gets that latest scoop, like, oh, they already been done that. This is the latest thing going out now. These are what the new people are doing. So together it makes the business so much easier. And thank God it works good. We're gonna bring you into the world of Cotton Hustle. Come on in. This is Cotton Hustle. Welcome to the hustle spot. So this is basically the back end of the window. So you still see our sneakers, our logo. We try to match our sneakers with a hot shirt, straight out of Brooklyn. Of course, everybody was doing that. This is our Hennessy logo, Stay Humble. This is one of my man's clothing line. He's based out of Florida, King Branch. Dude got some fat gear. We got some other clothing designers here as well. This is my man, he got a weightlifting company. He got his own personal clothing line, No Net Cartel. Once again, we do the Jordans. We got OG Jordans, originals, throwbacks. King Branch again. Like I said, he's a good friend of mine. Great customer. He does a lot of clothing with us. We do a lot of work for him. We represent the Mohawks on a motorcycle. We definitely ride hard here. We straight Brooklyn, like I said. It's all about Brooklyn, BK all day, every day. So we rep hard. We do clothing for motorcycle companies. Anybody who rides, MCs, auto clubs, skateboard clubs, whatever you ride it. If they got wheels, we definitely gonna rock out for you. We got a lot of stuff that we worked on that we definitely would create for you. And we also have our own personal creativity. So I'll show you some of the stuff that we did here. If you come on this side, definitely we took it back to when me and Ant went to high school. Crooklyn, that was kind of a big thing when Spike Lee first did his movie, so we brought it back with the Crooklyn hustle, because if you're from Brooklyn, of course, you definitely gotta hustle hard. So this is some of our stuff that we did here. We have them in hoodies as well. Got some custom hoodies here. It's called a shoestring hoodie. It's like a hockey hoodie. kind of bring a different flavor to hoodies because everybody wears a regular, you know, the same basic hoodies. So we try to give a different style. I got 2 boys in the military, so I do a lot of military represented stuff. Hustle, of course, you know, we from Brooklyn, and even if you're in the military, you hustling in the military. So this is a shout out to my boys, Adam and Anthony. They're in the military right now doing big things. We also, like I said, we rep Brooklyn mad hard. We have our Brooklyn native shirt. This is kind of a masterpiece that my partner Alberto did. This is basically his creation. That's something he's put a lot of pride and joy into it. That goes back to his native roots, so that's important for him. So what's important for him is important for me. And of course, you can't have Brooklyn without the king. So this was one of Alberto's first creations, which he definitely, we had to reprint this shirt several times because it's sold out so many different times that we did it. So we turned it into hoodies, we actually turned it into long sleeve shirts. We did a lot of stuff with that. This is our Brooklyn bridge, we represent Brooklyn. This was a big hit for the Puerto Rican Day Parade. This represents the old New York City. It's all in reflective. So if you take a shot of it, this will actually light up in the star. So, you know, we definitely represent in the back of the shirt, obviously, you know, we represent hardcore. We also carry, to all my Henny drinkers, stay humble. This is one of our new logos that's coming out. Hustle hard, stay humble. You know, everybody's hustling hard. Some people try to get a bit above themselves and forget that you can crash just as fast as you came up. Something else we specialize in, this is also reflective, straight out of Brooklyn. Everybody was doing it in black and white. We figured we flip it out, do reflective so your hoodie will light up. We definitely got the whites and blacks, but that's common with a lot of people. This is something we did in the past when we first started. We started representing different hoods, and we try to get a famous artist from that hood. Tony Starks, of course, representing the Woo. Shout outs to my man Mike Caruso, F and Vodka. Yeah, so we got Staten Island, we had Harlem. It had Shakur on it. The Bronx had Rios on it. We also had Brooklyn, so we sold out a lot. This was like our first run of stuff, but we did a big sale with these. These are pretty cool. We keep it Brooklyn. More Brooklyn stuff. Coney Island, the Brooklyn Bridge, the Brooklyn Water. We carry these in different colors. We have hats. We do embroidery, like I said. We do these are my high school. These are sneakers I wore in high school, and they still look fresh. Just had them restored. We got a guy that works here with us. Restores the leather, restores the soles, just about everything. Makes the sneakers look real fresh. Shout out to my Sanity, he's good people. We carry all kind of customizing. This is a fighter pilot foam. These were different colors on the bottom, so we do customizing in color. We could actually rewrap the whole, we can actually pull the shoe apart and redo the whole sneaker in a different type of vinyl. This is more of our other work, our creative work that we have is kind of a collage of stuff that we've done, that we continue to do. We try to switch it up as much as possible.
Well, on top of doing the art shows and dealing with different graffiti artists, and the clothes have some graffiti infusion, like how do y'all personally feel about the graffiti culture?
I think it's just like any other form of expression, expressive art, especially when you're trying to put a message behind the piece. It's always something that's really been, you know, really arises when you know, there's a lot of like social issues. That's usually like, you know, when it like really booms. So it's like really important to like have that.
New York has definitely been the mecca for that too, because you know, I've been overseas and I deal with graffiti artists regularly, and their work is like loved over there. You got New York City subway trains overseas that they bought because of the, you know, I used to write with guys like Quest, INK, Tang, Doom, Pepsi. I mean, these guys, you go overseas, you see their work. It's like they didn't even want them over here. Over there, they're worship. I mean, I see INK all the time, Sonic. These guys get paid 50, 60 grand to go out there and do throw-ups. So, you know, the culture is hot because we grew up in it. I grew up with that in the 80s, and I know what it is to be on the train and be like, yo, where's my name at? Or where's my boy's name at? And I seen trains get hold down just to do a throw-up. You know, I seen Quest hold down a train, a whole MTA train for an hour and a half, like, and do door-to-door, like, yo, the whole train. So, you know, I enjoyed watching it. You know, it gave New York its culture, and that's what we really known for, man. Like, all this Disney stuff we got now, that stuff is just new age stuff. You remember Brooklyn, you remember the graffiti. Like, that's what we about.
on scene today with an old school legend. Enough
What's up, my
respects.
Much respect. My name is INK76, old school, BAD, Dirty One, from the Williamsburg chapter, Mother.
Well, we're here today in the shop. Tell them how you feel about the culture today, the graffiti culture, man. compared to your era.
Over here in the Williamsburg and Sunset, it's been great. You know, it's been feeding me a lot of good stuff lately. In the old days, we didn't have that. You know, we used to have gangsters all over the street. You couldn't walk the street, you know. You used to get shot up, or you had to be in a gang or not be in a gang. One or the other, you know. But culture took me to another spot. You know, they took me to the undergrounds. And then from there, I used to go to like Far Rockaway. I used to go bombing over there with my boy Sonic and all of them. I used to go do top to bottoms and shit. You know, I used to bomb the streets. But that's me, you know. Me, I started in 1969. My boy Mingo in Queens, in Jamaica Avenue over there. I used to be in a home. Because my mother said she couldn't handle me. I was too crazy and shit. I used to fight a lot of shit. At that time, it used to be a black and white thing. I used to fight with a lot of white people. You know, if you wasn't white, you're not part of that collision. You have to be Puerto Rican and black to be in the collision, you know what I mean? But that's the way it was at that time, you know, in the 70s, it was rough. And I did a lot of crazy stuff, man, in the old days. You know?
Well, recently I heard you had a show here at Cotton Hustle. How did that go?
I came out beautiful. Me and my boys, we came down here, we showed love. They gave me love. Brooklyn gave me love. And all my old friends from the old days that came down, they gave me love.
People came from Europe to show you love, man.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see there was
Europeans
girls.
came
Like,
down,
yo,
they gave me a lot of love.
I'm like, what?
And I
Damn,
didn't expect
come
that.
from the
I
Bronx.
didn't expect them because I didn't invite them, but they came down. They must have, you know, they go Googles, whatever. They came down. They showed me a lot of love.
Getting love, man. You know
Yeah. Yeah, and then we were talking about the old days, about Is the Wiz and all of them. We were doing top to bottoms and the A trains and shit. We used to go to Grant Yards and pop this shit up, you know. that was the shit. We used to go in there with 45 cans. I didn't come home till the next day. Maybe by 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon after bombing the whole yard. But that's the way it was. That's the way we used to do it, me and my boy Sonic.
Well, you being part of the graffiti culture, what crews are you down with?
The main one is BAD. It's called Boys Are Down. At one time, we used to call it Boricuas Are Down because they only used to be Puerto Ricans. But then after a while, the culture changed. You know, we had a couple of brothers coming in, a couple of white guys. So then we brought it Boys Are Down. You know. Then after that, I became the TMB, the Nasty Boys, and then I became KD, the Destroyers, 3YB, 3 Yard Boys. KD, the Killers, Wanted Crew, Sasa, you know, and TMB, the Master Blasters, you know, that's my boy Is the Wiz crew, God bless his soul. And I used to do a lot of crazy stuff. I could keep going with the crews. I could go all night, you know, 156, that's from Europe, also from the Bronx. You know, we used to always connect always, you know, that's how we connect, you know. We got a connection.
Well, another question before we out. Do you get under the influence sometimes when you do art?
Yes, I do. I smoked my weed in the 70s. I used to get like a little power hitter. It's called power hitter. It used to be like a plastic thing and a mask. We used to get it all high and shit. It's like a shotgun. You know, we used to get fucked up in the old days, man. We used to do a lot of inventions. We used to get skied up and whatever you want to do, we used to do it, man. If it snows, it snows, you know? That's the way it used to be, man. Yo, you had to be original. You have to go out there, you have to be alert all the time. When I used to get high, I used to be alert all the time. I used to do top to bottoms. Over here in Franklin Cane Lane, I used to go there, I used to do top to bottoms in the yard. Go in there. I used to go to the J yard. I used to go everywhere. I used to go to the A yard, the 4, 5, and 6 yard. I used to go to the Ghost yard. I used to go bust it down, drunk as a fuck. I don't care if I'm high as a motherfucker, kite. If I smoke 4 or 5 joints, I'm ready to roll. You know, I used to have a box of pizza, beer, and some little smoke. Be good.
Sound like a good night.
Yeah.
Show you where the magic happens, how we do our thing. Check it out. So this is the most important piece. It's the Mac computer. This is Alberto's. That's his holy grail. This is his map board. You can actually draw like if he was actually gonna do a throw-up piece. This is actually like a wall. And he utilizes this graphic pen like an airbrush. And he can do whatever it is that you want him to do with this. So this is basically where his magic happens. So this right here is basically where we get all our production done. Everything here is done by me and Alberto. Actually, you see we have a setup here right now. We doing artwork for one of Brooklyn's biggest MC clubs. They're in the same coalition as Brother Ink's 31, which my dad is an original member of. So those roots lead way back to me from the 70s. I remember as a kid hanging out with the Dirty Ones in their territory where they used to rock out at. And so doing these pieces here have a personal thing with me, because these are people that I know, that I grew up with, that I've seen them go from different clubs. So this is definitely important to me. But this is like one of our main pieces. So this is how it works. You actually flood the paint on this, you push it through, and it comes out to the shirt. You do that process several times until you feel it's comfortable, that it looks really nice enough. And I'll show you what a finished product looks like. Let me have one of those shirts. This is what we just finished now. The screen is still up. So basically, this is the New Jersey chapter. Obviously, you see they branching out. Everybody's branching out. This is their finished product here. And basically, so it goes from here. Once we press it in here, we bake it in here, gives it a sealing process. Actually, it goes into the first sealer, which is an infrared light that we use on that end. We actually work in a specific way. After it gets infrared light, it goes into this oven, and then after this oven, it goes into a heat press. And it gives the shirt a lock-in balance so that when you finish the shirt, it won't crack, it won't peel, it's nothing. It's good, it's locked in. So it's quality work. Like I said, it's all done here by me and Alberto. Actually, the biggest part of this whole process is Alberto's wife. She's kind of shy. She doesn't like to get into the video conversation, but she actually does 80% of the work. So this is a piece that would look unfinished, unprofessional. Basically, it's a first coat. After you first coat it, you want to cure it. Each side is a big piece. It's one small piece. You can cure just the one piece. Based on the color you're using, there's a water-based color. It takes 12 seconds. Once you cure it, you push, you give it a second level. This is what gives it its color. Without these multiple levels, you're not gonna have quality clothing. You're gonna have some funky, faded looking. See how much clearer it is now? Cure it. So this for us, we don't like it. It's not perfect. So we're gonna cure it again, and we're gonna hit it with a third coat of paint. So you know you're gonna get quality work. Once we do the 3 coats of paint and we cure it, we're gonna cure it one extra time to make sure that it's baked properly. And then once that process happens again, we cure it with a sealer on a heat press. So now we'll give it its 3rd coat, and you'll see how much perfect it is. It just looks like it's just painted on perfectly. Bam.
Well, I'd like to thank Kai and Hustle for having us here today. I'd like to thank Alberto. I'd like to thank Butter and our special surprise guest, INK76.
I want to give a shout out there to all my brothers out there. Yo, keep the graph going. Keep all the music going also. All the hip hop out there. Yo, it's much love, man. To all you guys, one.
Hey, what's poppin'? It's your boy Fox. So waxing right now. I'm at Kai and Hustle about to do the damn thing. I got Joves and Doc with me, and we about to stay facts. Y'all about to
Joves T.D.O.
This is Doc T.D.O. You're watching the Vandal scene.
What up, it's your boy Facts on Wax, and right now I'm chilling with Ft.Dock&Joves, straight uptown killers, and they're about to give y'all a brief history lesson about the things they used to do. Hey, yo, Joves, Doc, what's poppin'? How y'all feeling tonight?
What it do, brother?
Everything good.
Word. When y'all was coming up in the game, who were some of the influences that inspired y'all to kill cans?
Well, we was basically on some street level shit, so I'm gonna say older bombers like Easy Jaws, Jew, you know what I'm saying, Tyke, name a few, bro.
It's about the same, yo. You know what I mean? I'm a little younger, so you was more of an influence to me, you know what I mean?
That's what's up, see
Blowing
that?
me out
That's,
all
that's my
body,
brother
you know
right
what
here.
I'm
That's my
saying?
brother.
So,
Respect.
you know how it is.
Doc, who were some of the younger cats then that you saw coming up that was influences?
I used to fuck with Spawn, G and all, you know what I mean? Used to see him up a lot. Jitterbug, couple other local cats. Used to fuck with my man Days, D-A-Y-Z, MKB, my man Sonny Bo. Rest in peace, used to write Sir Rock. Up to the guys.
I seen that up a few times. Word, definitely. Alright. How did you two meet?
Well, basically, like I said, my circle's immediate, man. It's basically grew up together with family, you know what I mean? Just same building, same projects, same things, same school, everything. So
And before y'all two,
brothers and shit. You know?
okay. And before y'all two linked up and y'all started doing the damn thing, who were some of the people that y'all was painting with before that?
We really ain't fuck with too many people, to tell you the truth. We respect people, we acknowledge people. I watch toys, the whack niggas, the real niggas, you know what I mean? Soft niggas, the conscious brothers. I watch everything, man. I'm a fan, you know what I mean? I'm a fan of the game. It's a game, man, you know what I mean? You gotta know who's who, first of all. You gotta know the game. It's a game, you gotta know who's who.
Word, this is definitely a game. Who are some of the toys you actually think that was doing the damn thing that's not around today in this day and age?
I don't really, damn. I'm not gonna say too many. I'm not gonna call no names and shit. Cause there's dudes that call us toys, so you know how it goes, man. Everybody's a toy and everybody's king, I guess. I'm just me, man. I respect everybody. People that know me know who I am. And that's all that really matters, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's a game. There's another way of being another person to me. You know, my media know who I am and that's it.
I actually asked y'all that question because I got like one of my boys, like we was chilling in his basement smoking a few weeks back, and I actually asked him that same question, like who's your favorite toy? Like, I don't know if y'all think this dude is a toy, but to me, like my favorite person that's doing his thing is Turtle, and that's just a fact. He's crushing the Bronx right now. If you live under a rock, crawl out,
Turtle King,
and
definitely.
look out.
I see Turtle.
Word.
I see everything. I go to the Bronx, Brooklyn. That's another thing. You don't travel, you don't know shit, you don't know nothing. So I'm 5-borough thorough. You know what I mean? I know everybody everywhere. I can say.
And
I know a lot of people. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean?
In this day and age, would you say graffiti has changed? Like back in the days when I was coming up, like I had to go outside and just walk under tray lines and side blocks just to see who was out there. Now you wake up, you go on Instagram, like, oh shit, look.
Yeah,
look.
that's another thing. I know like me and shit. I ain't gonna lie and shit. I'm a IG nigga. You know what I mean? It's fun though. I post pictures. I post jokes. You know what I mean? That's the trend now. IG, Facebook, whatever you do, Twitter. You know what I mean? Internet. That's what's popping right now.
Drumbo.
I'm just trying to catch up with y'all niggas. That's all I'm doing. I'm an OG, like they say. You know?
Would you say the internet is killing graffiti or helping graffiti?
It's killing it, but then again, there's really no more graffiti anyway. It's just a few real dudes doing it. You know what I mean? And if you go commercial, you sold out. The hood ain't gonna love you no more. You're a sellout. And then if you stay hood, you're a piece of shit because you ain't moving forward, and they're gonna hate you regardless. So it's just
Ain't nothing like just going out and just bombing.
yeah. It's just that's why it's a different time now. Everything's different, man. Everything's different.
Just go out and bomb. You know what I mean?
It ain't like it used to be.
Niggas know how when we came out, how we do. Fat caps every day, you know what I mean? Big tags everywhere, fuck feelings and all that. Shit take too long. I catch a big ass tag on the gate, keep it moving.
Yeah, that's another
So,
thing.
you know what I'm saying?
I street bomb. I don't piece. I try. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all call it a piece. I do little throwies and shit. I throw little stars and circles and shit. I try to, you know what I mean? I try and shit. You know what I mean? But I don't claim to be no king or nothing. You know
Would you ever try to do pieces?
Too old for that shit, man. Dude, I'm trying to get money, man. I'm trying to work. You know what I mean? Take care of my kids. I do this shit recreationally. You know what I
I just
mean?
did my first legal piece with my man Spoke PT and my man Kilo. And tell you the truth, it felt kind of funny, bro. Like, I felt like I had to watch myself. I'm not used to piecing, you know what I mean? I'm used to catching something quick, keep it moving. You know what I mean? But being out there, piecing and chilling like a barbecue and shit, I ain't minded, you know what I mean? But I ain't ready for that yet. Be out there showing your face and shit. If you street bombing and shit like that, catch and tell, you can't be out there showing your face like that. Everybody know the game like that.
Yeah, like he just said, I'm not into them parties and shit. Not, you know, if it's a gathering at a certain immediate, you know, it has to be a certain amount of people that I trust and know. You know what I mean? That's why I fuck with just people individually.
Yo, you two brothers, y'all got a very unique style. Can y'all give people like a brief description on your style for the people who are not familiar with Joves and Doc?
You saying style? When you say style, what you mean by that?
Like your tag-wise, like the way you do your fills. Like I see some of your fills you do, like some of them got stars, some of them got circles, some of them got loops. Like you switch up on it.
Nah, I just try to, you know, do different shit. I never do the same shit twice, cause I don't, you know, how would I say? I don't sketch. I don't really do none of that. I'm more like a off the top, you know what I mean? Type of graphite. I'm not really into the fancy stuff. Tell you the truth, it's not, I'm just impatient.
Straight bro on gutter shit you into?
Yeah, you know, I'm into like the, you know, the gutter throw ups. You know what I mean? Like the easy V for style throw up. You know what I mean? That was like another role model to me and shit. Dude, I was like, I like to be like one day. You know what I mean? He kept it also where he's who he is. You know what I'm saying? Low key, but king. You know what I mean? Respect that dude, big time.
Hey, yo, Doc, for the people who's not familiar about you, can you give them a brief description on your style? How did you come up with the style you use this day?
Man, back in the days, man, I just like seeing my tag everywhere. I'm not somewhat like a fancy type of dude and like to do burners and things like that, and like do a lot of fillings, things like, I don't like to do things like that. I like to just see my name everywhere. Wherever you go, expect to see my tag. That's what I like to do. Whether it's stickers, markers, unis, cans, a fire extinguisher, whatever. I don't care what it is, I'm going right with it. You know what I mean? Scratchy, anything, you know what I'm saying? I remember back in the days I used to ask my barber for the cap from the spray to clean the clippers, because that was a fat cap for the crylons. You know what I mean?
Damn,
I
ain't do that.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
better.
That's my shit, to just see my name everywhere in fat caps.
That's actually good right there. People taking the caps off of Kitchen Magic and all that shit. Now you got kids, they just run out there, go buy a fat cap.
Oven cleaner and all that, you know what I mean? Now the game changed. Now you could just go to any graffiti store and buy a whole bunch of fat caps, skinny caps, anything like that.
This is a question for both of y'all. What's something about the game in this day and age that y'all don't like at all? That y'all wish y'all could change?
There's really nothing you can really do, you know what I mean? You could just be who you are, and hopefully dudes will respect you for who the fuck you are, you know what I mean? It's easy to be a negative motherfucker and pop off or beat somebody up or whatever, and it's easy to be a humble dude and be like, yo, my dude, look, listen, man. Shake a nigga hand. Ain't nothing wrong with bowing out once in a while, you know what I mean? Sometimes humbleness, you know, fixes a lot of things, and then sometimes popping off is a better solution. That's what's wrong now. A lot of dudes, you know, you don't know what the angle is, and then again, everybody know everybody, so it's a small world. I could easily, you know, have a beef with you here and then run into you somewhere else, and it's just stupid now. Having beef now is just straight up sucker shit and graph, you know what I mean? That's all I gotta really say about that.
Rumor has it you two fellas used to be sanitation workers. Is that true?
Alright, I'm gonna say a little quick story and shit. Back in the day, in Harlem, in the East Side, that's where I'm originally from, Spanish Harlem. We had a sanitation lot, you know what I mean, in an area on the East Side by the Ft.Dock, and I used to live behind that building, you know what I mean, and how would I say it? I used to see older heads, you know what I mean, older than me, obviously, 4 or 5 years before my time. Used to go in there and hit it up with mops and cans, you know what I mean, testers. Dudes like Spongy and all, Buyer 3, Priz, 156, RD 357, you know what I mean? Because I don't discriminate on fucking crews and none of that bullshit. Okay. I know niggas don't like numbers and all that other shit. I'm not with that bullshit. What else? There was a lot of writers. Course, KRT, you know what I mean? You had a lot of heads, bro. Like I said, I'm from the east side, so it wasn't as diverse as it is in certain hoods and shit, you know what I mean? And we got along basically with everybody. We from uptown. We was about money. You know what I mean? Crack era was real when we was coming up. And I used to look out my grandmother's back door, you know, the backyard, and I used to see the yard, and I would see dudes creeping, crackheads, whatever. And that was like my first backyard, you know what I mean? I would go down there and fucking go in. I ran into Spawn and shit. Spawn hooked me and my man Doc up. You know, school design and shit. He was a street nigga. Real dude, you know what I mean? And who else? It's just a lot of writers. Just go down there and do their thing. And that was my backyard. That's why we used to be known for hitting trucks. But that's how that came about. You know what I mean? And shout out to my man By 3HP. T.D.O, that's my dude. He's going through something right now. You know what I mean? Hope he gets by. That's all I gotta say about that.
Y'all think people should bring back the garbage trucks?
I mean, it's a play at your own risk. You know what I mean? It's a chance. That's just state, you know what I mean, city property, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
For advertisements on everything else.
Yeah, they don't play fair. You know what I mean? You better have, you know what I mean, your lawyer money ready or whatever if you get caught up in that shit.
And the sanitation thing, that's actually how I ran into Spawn G and all. 'Cause I used to go by myself to the sanitation trucks, and I used to catch little skinny tags on the trucks and
on his pieces.
That's
Keep it real.
Spawn,
my dude, we were young, wild dudes.
I didn't know the rules.
I
had tags on the sanitation trucks. Spawn used to go over my shits, so I used to go back and put my name right back in.
Exactly. We were on some bullshit.
That's what
I agree with. That I agree
young,
with.
You know what I mean? One day I'm doing that shit, he ran up on me and said, yo, you writing your name in my shit. I'm like, yeah, nigga, you ain't throwing me back up, yo. You know what I'm saying? I just had my name under there. I ain't know that piece, the filling go over tag.
Right.
You know?
He felt.
I ain't never knew about
And some people
shit,
are like
you know
that.
what I mean?
Some people like that. Me, myself, it might sound crazy. I maybe ain't never seen this before, but I can't no fucking man in Graf say I went over them unless they went over me. You can be a wag, do whatever. If I'm gonna go over you completely, I'm gonna fucking straight up take your whole shit out. I'm not gonna leave your shit, and if I know you, I'm not gonna go over you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. That's just how I am.
You tag as my background.
Now, if you rag my shit, I'm gonna rag your shit. I really ain't have to. I'm not gonna say, you know what I mean, I had a lot of Graf beefs. I did. I had beefs for motherfuckers that I thought were fucking real.
How you feel about the weed that's out now compared to back in the days? Like back in the days, we had chocolate Thai. We had a whole lot of different shit. Now you got like bubblegum kush, some shit your man done drop cough drops on and boom.
Right. Like I said, man, you got all type of fucking smoke. As long as it's raw, I'ma smoke it. And I really can't say too much about the bud. It is different. Back then you knew what the fuck you was buying. Now you buy Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Puff and all that other shit, Lucky Charm. And it's all fucked up. You know what I mean? Last good smoke I really had was from fucking out in the West Coast and shit. I went out to LA and I actually got my fucking bud license. That shit was crazy. I had a good time. And that's about it. But the haze uptown in the Heights,
Yeah,
shit
Amsterdam.
is Amsterdam, Autobahn, fucking Post,
Familiar.
you know, you already know.
Okay.
It's hot box though, it's hot. Play at your own risk. Greens and shit, good greens.
Indica.
Yeah, Indica, Combo,
Hydro,
Cambodian, Hydro. They had a few good, you know what I mean? Good smokes back then.
I had some bud earlier. I smoked that shit. That shit had me like, ooh! Shout out my bud connect in the east. Word.
Time out, word. Most def. Shout out to my dudes, NFG crew. No fucks given.
Ew.
Onski over, Caps. My guys, you know what I mean?
For the people who don't know, what's the acronyms for T.D.O?
All right, cool. T.D.O came about a long time ago, actually. It was in the 90s. It was just only 3 of us. It was me, my brother-in-law, and his cousin. It was me, Asa T.D.O, and Ava T.D.O. It was just us 3. It was nobody else in the crew. And it was more about, you know, just us, the dirty ones, the dumb outs, the deadly ones, fucking them damn outlaws. We was just on some, you know, Three Amigos shit, you know what I mean? And I wasn't bombing at the time. Then they stopped. I went away for a minute to the Bahamas, came back, you know what I mean? And
Jumbo.
you're ready. And my dude Doc, that's my cousin. He wanted to come back out, and I was like, yo, I don't know. You know what I mean? I gotta get off this bullshit first, and that's what I did. And actually, he made me come back again in like 2000 or whatever, well 2005, 2006. Then I fell back. I mean, you gotta know how to play the game. It's like chess, in and out, stick and move boxing. You know what I mean?
If somebody wanted to get down with T.D.O, what's the requirements?
Oh, like I said, if you're a humble dude, respectful, you know what I mean? It's not even a crew, you know what I mean? It's just, it's more like, you know me and I'm putting you down. It ain't no, I don't play that fucking gang shit or my crew's the toughest. I know tough niggas that don't run in gangs, that just do their own thing, and that's, I mean, it's different. It's like fucking wrestling, WWF. I mean, I'm down with this demolition crew, and it ain't like that. There's certain dudes that respect me, I respect them. There's dudes that do what they do, and it's their time, you know what I mean? And that's just shit we gotta deal with.
Somebody who never been up to the Hall of Fame, can you give them a description, like what it's like to go there?
Shit, the Hall of Fame, to me, growing up, that shit was like fucking, like what Bronx Park is to Zulu Nation, you know what I mean? That was our little whatever, you know what I mean? Our little get together of the hoods and boroughs or whatever. And it was fun back then. You know what I mean? Now that shit's locked down and it's different. It's fucking, you need permission. And it's all fucked up.
Yeah, I heard they got a big chain link fence around it.
Yeah. You can't
like
even.
crazy,
It's
yeah.
just crazy. I haven't even been down there, but I hear it's fucked up.
Back in the days, I used to live around the corner. I used to live, like, my window used to look into the Hall of Fame. I
Word.
used to see some toys and shit, lighting in there and all that. I used to give my man Spawn G&R a call. Like, yo, Spawn, they in the Fame doing something. These niggas counting in the corner to 1,000.
Yeah, he was out of pocket with that bullshit, but like I said, that's what he did.
What's one of the freshest productions you've seen come out the Hall of Fame?
Dude, I seen motherfuckers spray shit and throw glitter at the wall. Vulcan was like one of the best dudes that used to go in. I remember Vulcan, TDS crew, TAC crew, fucking FC crew. Fuck. I seen everybody. TFO type, that was another dude that was a street bomber / fucking savage, you know what I mean? Jew used to go down there, King B. Damn, so many people, bro.
What's some of the names you've seen come out of the Hall of Fame?
Well, they really ain't come. These guys didn't really come from the Hall of Fame.
Or
They
they
were
just
more
ran
like
through it?
they were more like Harlem writers. You know, a few dudes would go down there and do their little shit. But production-wise, it was always the Bronx that was coming down there and killing it. A few heads from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Then you had dudes that would go down there and rag everything. You know what I mean? I don't say names, like I said. They know who they are. They did their thing, respect. And like I said, I watched dudes from my side of Harlem, Doms, KOC, RD, Up Down, whatever the fuck was it, Up to Up, FWD crew. Who else? Dobie, SM. I remember I had a little war with them dudes back in the day.
James, Melly, and West
James, NWF, or what else? You had G Stack, Sense. You had my man PRT up there on the low creeping.
Dobie on the east side.
Yeah, Dobie, that's your boy. What's fucked up is what's funny is now ironic and shit. Dobie's actually my man Doc's people's right now and shit. Go to show you it's a small world. A lot of people don't know Dobie's still alive, he's still around. My man Doc sees him. That's how real it is and shit. That's how small of a world it is. Just dropping the jewel for y'all people that don't know where the crane is, Audrey. So.
That's what we bring to you on the Vandal Hour. History, straight facts.
Yeah.
I'm in point, like I seen you and Doc killing shit around New York City. Then you took like a little hiatus. Now I see you doing things with Era. Like what sparked that fuse for you like to come out now and like fuck shit up?
Well, you know, like I said, in Graph, when you street bomb, it's not like piecing. You don't get permission. You don't just run up and fucking, you know, you're not able to really be active and get away with shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, street bombing and piecing is two different things. I'm from the gut, I'm from the street, I bomb. That's what we do. I don't fucking peace and none of that. So that's why, how would I say, we separated. You know what I mean? It's two separate fucking games, you know what I mean? Graffing and piecing. But respect to the dudes that piece, like I said. I know plenty of dudes that piece. It's just that's not what we do, and I bombs, that's what I does.
When you out bombing, what you consider a good night?
Depends, man. You got some
Coming
nights
home
that...
empty, no more cans, no more markers. Just coming back dry with nothing. No more scratchy, nothing. Just coming back dry and saucy. Getting some coffee, some pancakes in the morning, knowing I did a good job. You know what I mean? Salute, T.D.O. That's how we do.
Okay, what about you, Joves?
You already know, like he said, shit, I had plenty of bacon, egg, and cheese and shit. That's what I do.
Now, do y'all think that the trucks is the new trains?
Well, right now, shout out to my people's NFG crew. They going in hard. They hitting trailers and fucking trucks, both sides, back. I'm surprised they didn't get the top of them motherfuckers because you can't see them, but they going in and... In a way, yeah, there's a lot of dudes that are hitting trucks, but a lot of them are permission. My dudes are doing it straight up, reckless, taking shit. And I salute them niggas. They respect me, I respect them. My brothers, for real, family, NFG.
Word on the streets all day today is that they caught El Chapo. How y'all feel about that?
Damn. Well, it's fucked up, obviously, you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure, you know, he's lucky he's alive and shit. It's fucked up, though.
Y'all think he gonna escape again?
Nah, that shit ain't happening. He done. He is fucking fried. They're gonna kill that motherfucker right now.
To me, he paid the government for a vacation.
Oh,
you know
shit.
I mean?
He hit him with the Illuminati.
Word. Like, he paid for a vacation. You know what I mean? How the fuck you gonna build a train station under the jail? The fuck out
Oh,
here.
well, you money long and your coat flip.
You know what I mean?
That's how it
I didn't
is.
hear no drills and nothing going on.
Having long money don't mean shit. Look what happened to Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's another story. That's another story. That's...
Wait, he got off doing what?
He got off. They said they ain't pressing no charges.
He got off with another girl, or he got off with a now
They ain't pressing no charges. They said they ain't pressing no charges on him.
Fuck Bill Cosby, yo. Fuck it, man. I really thought he was a humble dude, but... It's too late. It's...
Till you sweating.
That's it. He said Trinidad James.
Right now.
Well, me personally, I feel it is what it is. I like seeing the older heads that are still, you know, around from my era and before, and even the ones now. You know what I mean? You got a few heads that are going in, you know what I mean? Must respect them. It is what it is. There's not a lot of shit out there, but what's running and who's on that's doing what they doing, respect to them. You know what I mean?
Well, it's alright right now, you know what I mean? I just feel back in the day, you should just have to go out on the street bomb and go look at all the tags and walk around and see all the tags yourself. Now you can go on Instagram or whatever and people can see what you did, you know what I mean, from anywhere. It could be anywhere in the world and or niggas can even copyright your shit, you know what I mean? But the game is what it is, man. I don't mind the game, that's cool.
Yo, any last words of shout out y'all wanna give?
Shout out to basically everybody that know me personally, you know what I mean, besides Graph. Shout outs to my peoples that bomb, that I fucks with, our body NFG, T.D.O, KGB, GNR, HP, fuck, so many others, man. I just...
Shout out Spawn, GNR, my man Spoke, my man Kilo up top right now. He in the feds. He be home in like 6 months, ain't nothing. Everybody, Mama Do, love you. My daughter, everybody, the family. Ava, T.D.O.
Word, shout out to Ava, he on the low, but you never know, you know what I'm saying?
My man Days, D-A-Y-Z. Rest in peace, my man Razzo.
Word.
Rest in peace, Sonny Bo. Love y'all.
Shout out to my brothers up north, peoples down south, east, west. Shout out to June 457, my dude. Shout out to Knock 718, or good brothers. That's basically it, man. Shout out to Vandal, word, doing your thing, respect.
Shout out to the Vandal. You doing your thing.
We appreciate that, and we like to thank y'all for coming through. My name is Facts on Wax, and you looking at the Vandal Hour on scene. I'd like to thank everybody who came out tonight. Shout out to Kyle Hustle for letting us repping his spot. Word. Shout out to Papo for coming through tonight. Era for coming through tonight, and my Vandal Hour family. I stay facts. I will never lie to you. Catch us next week.
Bang.
T.D.O. and FG.
Gang, gang.
You know.